Hey YouTube, welcome to another video. In this episode, we will continue to build our next generation LAN configuration. Okay, so this is the next generation LAN design. If you haven't seen the previous episode, I highly suggest you watch that previous episode. And if you haven't seen the previous episodes and you're coming fresh to this VLAN and you plan to implement this VLAN, I highly suggest you watch the previous episodes. If you're new to Omada, if you're new to networking, if you're new to VLAN, Wi-Fi, SSID, I highly suggest you watch the new generation series of videos rather than the next generation LAN series of videos. This one. This is the second part of the series of videos for next gen LAN. So, okay. And the reason why I would like to go to this one is because we would like to implement the same VLAN in new generation. We will try to achieve what we have achieved in the new generation using the next generation LAN design. Okay, so in the previous episodes we have completed the admin and we have done home but not fully completely, and in this episode I'm thinking of doing the guest and the camera, just the two, and let's see how long the video is going to be, and depending on the length of the video I may or may not include the IoT portion of the ACLs as well. Okay, so in order for us to do that, I have to go to this one. And again, if you haven't seen my previous video, I have pre-configured a lot of it already. I have the local connection and I have the cloud connection here already set as well. And I already have some of the VNCs already set. So let's just turn it off right now. As you can see here, just to see all my VNCs. It's a quick one. Okay, that's a VNC one. So this one is in the home VLAN. This is in the IoT VLAN, the 90. And this one is one of them. I just move it around. Okay, so let's just turn it back on. Okay, so these are the ACLs that we have completed in the previous episode. There's nothing in the gateway. There's nothing in the EAP. It's just purely switch ACL. Okay, let's review the network. Let's just give it a quick rundown. Again, same thing. You can see here all of the ACLs. So far, the ACLs that I have created only applies to LAN and the home. The Doom is the last VLAN that we have created to demonstrate the future VLAN, how the new VLAN behaves in this new configuration. Okay, for the wireless networks, and I have already pre-configured everything. We will tackle the guest Wi-Fi, but you can see it's already configured to have the guest checkbox tick on. See here, this one, the guest network. Okay, and yeah, the camera as well. I'll try to connect to the camera and see if we can implement the use cases for this one. For the profiles, in the previous episodes we completed two profiles. We have the home VNC so that I can VNC from from my admin VLAN. So here you can see from my admin VLAN. So this PC, the PC that I'm using, is connected to the admin VLAN, but I can only VNC to the home VLAN and not to the IoT VLAN, as you can see here. So that rule is not yet done, but now having seen how I did that for the home VNC, you can figure out how I will do that for the IoT. But we'll tackle the IoT later on. Okay. So again, like I said, I have created two groups here. One is for the private IP and one for the home VNC. Okay, so I think, yeah, I haven't done anything here in the last episode. So let's go with the clients. So that you can see here. There will be a custom DNS server in here. The Pi desk is in the IoT VLAN, and the Pi machine, the one that you can see on this mini screen below, that's my machine. That's 10.100 IP. This one has static IPs, I believe. Okay, let's check. Actually, yes, I do have that. Okay, well, the Pi desk, nope, they don't have it. Let's see the Pi machine. Nope, they don't have it. Okay, so those are the clients. Let's go quick to the network security again. Switch ACL, and let's go through this one more time. So let's go do first the guest Wi-Fi. It needs internet, and the rest is forbidden, and this is only wireless. So okay, let me demonstrate first how it works. Okay, let me demonstrate first how it works. So let me disable this one. Let me connect to the guest network. Guest. Okay, says here enabled, identifying, enabled, got 866, so it's probably 5 gigahertz now. Anyway, so the thing is that I don't have internet access, so let's ping here 192.168.10.100. That will be the home pi. Ping 192.168.90.100. that will be the IoT Raspberry Pi. And now ping here Google. And I think it should be good for demonstration purposes. Okay, so as you can see here, cannot ping here because I'm not connected to anything because I'm in the guest network. That's the default behavior of the next generation LAN design. So let me connect to my admin VLAN now. Okay, and let me disconnect to the guest wireless VLAN. So if I connect there, nothing will happen until we allow the guest traffic. Guest is only Wi-Fi. Okay, so we don't need to configure any access port on the switch for the guest VLAN. So let me do that. So I'm going to create what I call a doorway ACL. So this ACL allow peers and neighbors traffic. Okay, so without this you will not be able to ping anything within the same VLAN at all. So I'm going to scroll up in here. I know you're not seeing the left side, but let me check at the OBS. Let me scroll up. There you go. So you can see here, this is the InVLAN. This is what I call the InVLAN. The InVLAN, every time you see InVLAN ACL like this, InVLAN permit, InVLAN guest, sorry I forgot to add that. That just means that the source and destination are the same VLAN. So this is the magic trick or the secret sauce or the secret formula, whatever you want to call it, that allows peers and neighbors communication. Without it, the lock everything, deny everything takes over and denies in VLAN communication. Permit in VLAN basically says, hey, lock out for guest to guest communication. It's okay to communicate. Basically, that this is what you're doing to enable this one. Okay, so this one is enabled. Okay, and let me disable this one. Okay, because I would like to show how it works. Enabled and disabled. So create. Okay, so this one is disabled, as you can see here, and as discussed in the previous episodes, I need to start bringing this in between the key ACL. I call it the key, and this is the lock, and everything in between are doorways. So I like to group all the InVLANs together. As you can see here, permit InVLAN home. That's why whenever I'm in home, I can connect to home devices. This one is guest. So let's connect to guest network once again. Let me disable it. This will be the last demo for the guest. Let's try that again. This time around it allowed me. Let's see. Okay, enabled 20 and have IP. You can see here. But okay, but I will not have any internet. You can also see from here that I don't have internet. So it's very clear that I don't have any internet. Okay, so let me enable and re-enable. It actually gives up. My Wi-Fi actually gives up again. So I don't need to reconnect and reconnect and connect. But for my admin Wi-Fi, so let's enable this. Okay. There you go. Okay. So let's watch all of this again as well. Let's watch all of this, and let me bring it here. So that's how it works. So now I disable that. You can see here all of these three will fail. Now if I connect here, through the magic of the InVLAN ACL, as you can see here, connected secured, I have internet, and I will have the IP, the same IP, and you can see while it still fail here, I have internet now. Okay, I have internet, and there you go. There you go. It just loads here. Okay, so that's the guest. So we have done the guest. I don't need to do any further testing on the guest just because I'm using the built-in capability of the TP-LINK Omada guest ACL. You just need to have a checkbox on that one. Our next one will be the camera. Okay, the camera. So in order for me to go to the camera, let me connect and disconnect again. And let me go to enable this one so that it's much faster. Now that I'm back on the local side. Okay, so see here again. See here. Just refresh all the local side. Okay, so we have added the InVLAN guest. The guest is done. You can see here it's grouped together. Now we have to do the camera. So camera is both for wired and wireless. So let me configure something. 2 ports for the camera. Well, you know, just 1 port for the time being. Let's do 1 port for the camera. Okay, so this one is the camera. Okay, this one is the camera, and that is done. And what I'm going to do is the Pi machine. This one. This is the camera port, right? This is the camera port. Okay. What I'm going to do is move it here. There you go. There you go. Okay. And that's the camera port. So let's refresh. I should turn green. There you go. It's turned green, and this one is turned off. So I'm in the camera VLAN now, and I preloaded it earlier in the VNC here as 30.101. So let's try now. It shouldn't be able to connect, right? And that's the expected behavior because I'm in the admin VLAN. Okay, so now let's configure another port. Let's say camera. Okay, let's refresh, making sure. Now I'm going to transfer my cable. Okay, so that means I will lose connection here. I will lose connection to the console. So, but in here, okay, do just that. Okay, okay, and this one, I know this one is, I'm preparing for the camera being 168.30.100, I believe. So this one is my IP. I'm the 100, and the 101 will be the other one. So how do I know I'm the 100? I know I preloaded it earlier. I'm 100. See, but as you can see here as well, I don't have network active, which is good, right? But the thing is, I cannot reach the camera. What if you have an NVR? You cannot store your audios and video recordings from the camera to your server if you don't access your peers. So we need to access our peers, right? So let's see, let's demonstrate that again. I cannot access my peers. So now let me go back here again to the admin VLAN and add the magic. Okay, add the magic. Let's add another doorway ACL. So as far as the lock and key ACLs, they're done. You don't have to worry about that. that. Once you have configured your next generation LAN the way it should be with the lock and key, all your future ACLs will be in between, and you're just basically doing a rerouting of traffic yourself, manual rerouting of traffic yourself. So in here, I will create another InVLAN permit, InVLAN camera. Remember, we need to have the camera send their traffic, their video traffic, audio and video, to the NVR server, right? So we have this camera in here, network camera, right? So we create that, and then we have that. And again, in the spirit of bringing all InVLANs together, it's easier to review which doorway ACLs are in VLAN having network connection. So this one, home to home, can connect to each other. For the camera, okay, so what about the camera? Let's see. Again, like I said, it's in here. Can I click it here? Not yet, but okay, but so I'm looking here, and I'm looking here. Let's do the 101 here. Let's include the 101 here. Okay, so this is the Pi. Now watch the mini video here, and I'm connecting it to the camera port. Okay, there you go. And you can see it has a destination host unreachable, and there you go, there's a reply. Okay, and I have internet access, which is the side effect. Okay, camera shouldn't have internet, but let's view that again as well. Let's quickly review this again. So there you go. There you go. Now we have a slight problem here. The cameras can now go to the internet. According to our diagram, cameras shouldn't have access to the internet. Okay, so that's the next piece of the puzzle that we need to solve. So we approach this one by one piece of issue at a time. So let's do it. Can we check YouTube? Come on. There you go. I can load YouTube. It's not so fast, but yeah. Let me cancel all my pings as my system is becoming so slow now. But let me just go to that. Okay, so now it loads faster. Okay. Okay, so you can see here I'm in my PC. This PC is currently in the camera VLAN, and I'll show you my IP address here. 30.100, and I'm connected to 30.101. Okay, so that means if my PC is one of the camera and this is a server, I can send traffic, videos, audios, whatever, and it can save those data to the NVR. However, we don't want camera to access the internet. Okay, so let me go back to the admin and let's do that. Okay, I can do that on the internet, but I don't want to this time. Let me just go here because it's much faster. Okay. Okay, so now we need to create another one. This is another doorway, but this doorway is a different doorway. Instead of saying, hey, come here, you can pass your traffic in here, we're already doing that with the permit in VLAN. Now you're adding another doorway that says, hey, okay, all other data is okay, but except this, basically is what you're saying. So this one set of permit, it will be deny camera to net. I'm running out of good stuff to name these things. Okay, so let me scroll up again so that you can see how yeah, I can see it on the OBS. Okay, so on this one here, and in here I'll be IP port group. Okay, Okay, so that's how it should be here. Okay. Again, as usual, bring it up, bring it up. So this deny, in order for me to deny any traffic pertaining to specific to camera, because this is camera, I need to put it much higher priority than to permit all other traffics. Basically it's saying, hey, if you see any data going to port 53, which is the DNS protocol, deny it. So it will not see the light of day here. So basically that's what we're saying here. Okay, so let's demonstrate that again. But let me turn it off first. And I will turn it on using the internet. Let's see here. Try. There you go. It's the fresh now here. Okay. So currently it's turned off. I'll connect to the camera port here. Okay. I should be able to have this reconnected anytime soon. And let me do NS lookup here. What I think I should do here. NS lookup. Okay. So as you can see here, let's validate our IP again. If I'm indeed in the 30 VLAN, yes, I am in the 30 VLAN and I'm in the camera VLAN. And I can access the internet. Okay. NS lookup. Google.com. NS lookup. No, let's just do NS lookup. Google.com and it should be good. Same thing here. Google.com. Okay. So you can see from various tests and testing and everything, I can access the internet, right? So let's close this one. Okay, let's exit this one and let's exit this one. Okay, so now I still have access to the internet. Let me turn it off now. So I deny the camera now. I will lose access to this web page now. But before I check, let me check here first. I will still be able to VNC here, but the NS lookup will not work anymore. There you go. Let's try this again. There you go. It says here it's timing out, and this one it has timed out as well. So as you can see, it has timed out. So I think that's pretty much it. Let's just do a quick review of what we have done. Let me just put the cable back here so I can talk through it. We have completed the guest Wi-Fi here. We have completed the camera VLAN here and the guest Wi-Fi VLAN here. These are all been met. The admin has been met. The home has been met partially. I still haven't given it access to the IoT, mainly because we still haven't done the IoT portion of this video. But basically for this video, let's see what's happening here. Let me go to the ACL list. So let's just review what we have done here. So far we have allowed the guest to be able to connect to the Wi-Fi and be able to connect to the internet, but nothing else. We allowed the camera devices to be able to reach with each other, to talk to each other, all those devices within its own network and servers and everything, but it doesn't have access to the internet, and that's because of this one. So all in all, we have met the use cases for this, and on future episodes we'll revisit how we can get IoT to work, because this one is a little bit different from camera and guest and home, as you can see by the identities that we have defined for them in this table. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you like this video. If you don't like it, please give it a dislike and let me know what you don't like about it. If you like it, just drop a note, say hi, and of course please like, subscribe, and share this video if you find this helpful. Till the next one, bye bye.